Hey there, everybody. It's Game Time presented by State Farm. Welcome in. I'm Matt Weiner. Grant Hill right here. Isiah Thomas, Kevin Mchale. The rehearsals are over. Friday night, the league closed the book on a shorter, kinder, more merciful preseason. The real deal starts on Tuesday, and no one is realer than the Warriors, who finish up their preseason with the Sacramento Kings.
Realer?
Yeah, go with it. A lot of wisdom there. Steph Curry and Vince Carter. Vince now with the Kings. Steph for the corner three. Mchale the Isiah.
Nice little power move there.
Where's Curry? Kevin Durant did not play.
Bet it goes in.
Draymond Green did not play.
That's some serious defense, and it didn't make any difference.
Steph had 18.
That's quick, too.
This is Georgios Papagiannis with the three-pointer from the top of the key.
Right.
Did not know Georgios had that.
I didn't know that was in his game.
Nick Young for three.
I knew that's in his
Swaggy.
Swaggy dub. How do you lose Steph Curry?
game. You know what? Don't lose your wallet. Don't lose Steph Curry. Those are really bad things to do.
Don't lose your wallet.
Golden State up by 3, third quarter. Buddy Hield.
Okay.
Locked
Buddy.
and loaded.
Interesting to see if Buddy can take that next level jump this year. You know what I mean? Can he really shoot the ball? Can he do everything else? Can he assist? Can he get better on just being a better overall basketball player?
That was a good jump by the rookie Jordan Bell. Pat McCaw drains the three. Dubs up 6. David Stockton, coast to coast. He had 23, 8 assists.
Wow.
John's son, huh?
Namesake.
Yeah.
Bell with the block. McCaw, the fast break layup, 17 points for him. Golden State wins it 117 to 106. All right, I was going to ask you guys about the Warriors, but then we thought, well, you're all going to pick the Warriors to likely win the West again. So we'll ask you, who is the team with the best chance to meet the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals? If not meet. I was going to say beat.
You know, I'm going to throw a wild card out here. Not a wild card, but Portland is kind of intriguing to me right now.
Whoa, you did. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, and the reason why their guard play is right up there with Golden State. They compete, and I like the toughness that they're trying to play with just in terms of defensively in the exhibition season. I've watched them a couple of times, and I like the way they're playing. I like the way they're moving. And those two guards that they got are, they can play with anybody in the league. And on any given night, they're just as good as any pair in the league.
It's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many unknowns, like how are Paul and Harden going to play together? OKC, how are those three going to fit together? I'm going to go with the Spurs. I just go with the old reliable. They're going to plug along and win 55 and 60 games. Everybody's going to say, how do they do it? Yeah. They're going to win the first round, win the second round, and play the Golden State in the conference finals. I mean, they just kind of plug around. As long as Kawhi gets healthy, they're tough. They're a tough out.
I like both your teams. I do like the Spurs, and I love your pick with Portland. I'm gonna go with OKC. I mean, I just think I think Melo's at a point right now where especially where they use him. They put him at the power forward position. He had great success in USA basketball. He played well with other great players in that kind of environment. I know this is a different environment, but Russell Westbrook is at an elite level. Paul George, I think he can play with anybody. So I think they have a chance if obviously, as you said, there's a great unknown. We don't know what this team looks like, but if they can reach their potential and they can play together and learn, and look, they did it, years before with Harden, Durant, and Westbrook. Yeah. Those guys all sort of thrived playing together. So if these guys can do that, then it could be interesting in the Western Conference.
Big difference.
But it's a big if.
With three young guys that are all developing and coming in on their own. None of them are really established. They're all kind of, as opposed to three guys that are very established, MVP and Westbrook.
But it could be like Boston. When Pierce, Ray Allen, they're different points in their careers.
Right,
but
and if you talk to Kevin and those guys, and they're honest with you, they said, when they went to Boston, had they done that 7 years earlier, they probably wouldn't have worked. They all had different. So yeah, and I love the fact that you brought up Carmelo Anthony playing the 4. At this stage of his career, he doesn't need to be chasing 3s and 2s around. He doesn't have the quickness, but he's got plenty of strength to go in there and just kind of rebound. He's always had really good hands around the basket. I like him at the 4. He's going to stretch it, and I just think they're going to be a tough out if they can all play together.
Now, Matt, wasn't the question a surprise pick? I mean, San Antonio, OKC.
Was it a surprise?
You can't expect them to be there.
Okay, I hear you. I got a real surprise. I'm picking the Lakers at home.
Okay,
now we're all surprised.
Can we get the surprise?
Definitely a shot.
I know Portland out there, that's my surprise team, and you guys go, well, I'm going to go with the old reliable San Antonio.
I'm going with the Suns.
Well, that's a surprise.
Game regular season and 2 other rounds of the postseason. All that begins Tuesday night when the Dubs meet the Rockets. First, Celtics Cavaliers, all on TNT. This was interesting. In Kansas City, Joel Embiid played his college ball briefly at University of Kansas, of course, battling with Hassan Whiteside. I mean, really tangling early on. Whiteside shoves Embiid out of bounds. That's a foul. Whiteside fouls Embiid on the shot attempt. 3 fouls quickly. The first 21 of the game.
Get him out. He can't guard me.
Get him out of here.
Get him out.
Get him out.
I do like this.
Yeah.
Love it. And finally, 2 big guys going at it.
Yeah.
Embiid was only 1 of 7 for the game. He had 5 points. Ben Simmons, better night.
I want to watch Ben Simmons play NBA basketball. He's a really talented guy.
I think you're going to get the chance this year.
I hope so. Everybody, well, I didn't get a chance to see him last year.
No. Little burst there as he turns the corner and finishes with the right. Another steal. Philly on the run. Jared Bayless leaves it for Simmons. All right. More Simmons in the 3rd quarter. Ben handling it. Remind yourself he's 6'10".
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's what I want to see him in the pick and roll. I like it.
How about J.J. Redick? 12 of 14 from 3-point range this preseason.
JJ, earn that check, JJ.
He's hot.
But back to Simmons. 9 of 11 from the field. So Philly wins the game, but that's less important than the Twitter battle that erupted after the game between Embiid and Hassan Whiteside. Dude, they had to take you out or you would have fouled out in 5 minutes, Embiid wrote. And we're talking about preseason, not regular season. Hashtag softy.
Oh, my.
Hassan with the response, 31 games in 3 years. Hopefully I get to see you regularly soon.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
I'm
about time. Some real talk.
Circle my calendar when these 2 teams play in the regular season.
Absolutely.
I want to see this.
I like that. I love bad blood. I mean, you know what? You go out there and start talking some trash. I like the fact that he's looking at the coach saying, "Get him out of here. I've been wearing him out." I don't like that.
How would Twitter have factored into the Celtics-Pistons rivalry?
Oh, it would have been. Y'all still would be talking about. We were just talking about some of the. I just told you some of the stuff that he was telling me out on the floor. They would have been tweeting it. I mean, he, Larry, Cornbread, I mean, ML Carr, they'd have been killing us. and what we did, we just take everything that they did to us, and then we would put it on the Bulls.
Put it on that was like the big brother, the middle brother, and the younger brother. You guys just beat up on the Bulls.
Exactly.
I would always laugh when you guys would do that. I said, man, we were just doing that to them a couple of years ago.
Totally.
February 2nd, by the way, they will meet Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers.
What's a long wait?
A long way, man.
Don't hold your breath, Grant.
You know what? A lot of opportunity to tweet between
Yeah, a
them.
lot of tweeting going on.
We're not going to forget.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, coming to Boston, hashtag, see you at the Garden.
No, it'll be better.
Way better.
Ahead here, the latest